What's going on? It's Lucas at the new HQ. As you can see, there's been a bit of project planning, and I hope it's blurry enough that you can't steal all my secrets. And if you can read them, I highly suggest you steal them. Today's question comes from Scott. And I wanted to take some time out of my day to really answer this question. Scott, if you're watching this, hi. And for anyone else who might be suffering with this, and this is a universal problem, and is why I want to really answer it. Scott says, hey Lucas, I really appreciate all the content you put out. You're welcome. It's been helping me more than you know. You're very welcome. I don't know if you'll see this or not, but I'm going to ask anyways. I see it. Hello. I put a video out a few weeks ago and had a lot of negative feedback on it. Critics. It was my first video, but everyone told me that it was embarrassing. We'll get to that. I have not watched the video, by the way. My question to you is, were you always naturally confident, or did you learn it over time? If you see this, thank you in advance, and if you don't, thank you for what it is you do. Scott, really appreciate you, appreciate your question. I'm gonna separate the question into two parts. One of them is going to be, were you always naturally confident? I'm gonna talk about confidence just briefly, and that will segue, that will transition, that will move into answering sort of part B of this question of the whole video thing and you know, the negative feedback and the critics. What I'm gonna say, let me turn my phone off so it doesn't ring. Cool. What I'm gonna say is, I'm gonna start with part B. Don't let critics stop you from growing, stop you from building, stop you from putting yourself out there. I will tell you this is a fact. This is absolute. This is truth. This is, you can't change this. This is never going to change. This is absolute fact. The more you grow, the more you put yourself out there, the more content you create, the more you try new things, because you will fail at first. My first video was horrible. My first podcast episode was horrible. The first time I spoke, the first time I did anything, it was horrible. And you'll always have critics jumping in on you, saying, hey, you suck. Don't do that. Do something else. You're embarrassing, because they're terrified to do it themselves. Anybody who's ahead of you will not tell you, you suck, don't do it. They may say, hey, here's some guidance, here's some constructive criticism, keep going. I would never in my wildest dreams tell anybody not to do something. And if I see them failing, I'm like, man, maybe I can create some content for them to help them. Like, let's bring you up, let's bring you. There is no way I would tell someone don't do that. If someone's 400 pounds and is doing their first workout and they suck at it and they don't know what they're doing, I'm gonna come up to them and say, hey, you know, maybe I can help in some way, do this. Or if someone's doing their first video, I'm gonna be like, yo, here's some tips, keep going. No matter what, don't stop. Anybody who tells me, who is a critic, who has something to say, I instantly dismiss. I don't want them in my circle. I don't want their energy. That's different than constructive criticism, by the way. But someone who says, stop, you suck, don't do it, without any other explanation except saying that you're embarrassing, cut out of your life, distance yourself, or make it very clear that you don't want that kind of attention, you want that kind of energy, or just don't tell them your hopes and dreams. That's the easiest way to do it. There are certain people in my life whom I enjoy their company, but when it comes to business, when it comes to dreams, when it comes to goals, I just don't mention it. They ask, hey, what are you doing? What's your next thing? What are you working on? I just don't say it. Because I know the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna, because they would never imagine doing it, they're gonna have doubt, they're gonna have something to say, they're gonna have something to critique, they're gonna have something to try to dissuade or persuade you out of doing it. Cool? So keep going no matter what. I have not watched your video. I don't care if it sucks. I don't care if it's horrible. I don't care if it's embarrassing. Take one thing, learn from it, and do another video today. And then do a video every single day for the next 3 months, and you will be a beast or a beastist, whichever way you go. You're gonna create something amazing. And then you'll have the same people being like, man, you were really good on video. I was wrong. You know how many people have come up to me and told me I was wrong? Like, they were wrong. Like, I doubted you, and now look what you've built. I never thought you'd be able to. That was my own insecurities, and they just had a mirror up to them, placed a mirror, and now they're like, wow. And some of them have reached out for help. The same people who used to critique me, who used to say things, have reached out for help. Hey, could I have some guidance? And I'm happy to give it. Happy. I don't have any resentment towards that, but it was a big motivator. It was a big driving force for me. Tell me I can't do it. Give me more critics. It's impossible. As you grow, as you build, as you put yourself out there, there's going to be more and more people hating or critiquing on you, and that's great. You need it. Use it as fuel. Move forward. Don't quit. That's it. Do another video. I'm telling you, do another video. Was I always as confident? The answer is no. I used to find it impossible to talk to anyone. I was extremely negative. I had no dreams, no desires, and I placed that belief onto others who had dreams and desires. I was extremely, although I could kind of fake it, inside there was always like, my heart was beating. Every time I had to speak in front of people, every time I was like anytime I'd put myself out there even a little bit, it was like my heart would beat. What are people thinking? What are people saying about me? And like a muscle, over time, you overcome that. Do I still care what people think? Yes, of course. But have I trained myself to feel that and do it anyways? Yes, big time, 100%, no question about it. It's key, it's fundamental. You've got to learn that. And over time, after you've had hundreds of people tell you to your face whatever it is that they say, and you take it and you move on, eventually it's like you just don't give a shit anymore. I care about the people I serve and the people who are actually interested in bettering their life and bettering their business and getting more clients and growing an empire and doing something with their life. I care about those people. I want to serve them. And to anyone else who has anything to say, I respect you, I see you, I'm not judging you, I don't care. I care about you as a human, but I don't care what you have to say at all. You can say whatever you want, talk whatever you want, do whatever you do. And with that comes a lot of power of being open to just getting yourself into situations, and when you really don't care what anyone thinks, you're able to be yourself, and you yourself are amazing the way you are. And so with that comes the confidence to be like, yo, here I am, let's do it. I'm me. Whether you accept me or not, I'm still going to be me. That'll come over time. No question about it. So to anyone watching this, especially you, Scott, but to anyone else watching this, keep going. Do another video. Do another interview. Get back on stage. Put out your first piece of content, and don't worry about the work the world says. Constructive criticism is different. Take it, look at it, adapt, adjust, overcome, but don't stop just because someone said something. Good, cool, got it, good. www.lucasrubix.com for absolutely anything. 866-YO-RUBIX. We do have a chat line. You can text it, 1-866-YO-RUBIX. Any question you have, if you're interested in our programs, if you're interested in working with us, if you're interested in reaching out, 1-866-YO-RUBIX. Give us a text, Yo-Rubix, 1-866-YO-RUBIX. Give us a text, or just check out lucasrubix.com. Shoot us an email. Do whatever you want to do. I hope this helped, and I'll talk to you soon.
When did wanting more become such a bad thing? I've always lived my life with this simple philosophy that when everyone is going left, you go right. When everyone is doing things one way, you go the other. You do not conform, you do not blend in, you do not blindly follow the masses. For as long as you stay a sheep, you will never get what you want. Now, all I'm asking you is that you go after that thing you want with a relentless drive, no matter what anyone thinks of you, no matter what the world says of you, no matter how you feel or how tired you may be, you go after it like your life depends on it. The only question I have for you is, are you willing to do whatever it takes?